Hey guys, welcome back to Good Gamers. I'm Mason, and today I'm going over my divisional round game picks. It's still weird not to say like week whatever game picks, but it's the playoffs now. Bears got eliminated. They played so bad, honestly. They just never had the ball, and when they did, they just ran it. So, in my opinion, it was kind of some bad calls, but it is what it is. I didn't expect them to make it that far anyway. So, I went 4-2 on my picks last week. The two I got wrong were the Steelers game and the Seahawks game. I didn't think those two teams would lose. Speaking of the Steelers game, they had 5 turnovers. 5. And there's no way you can win a game with 5 turnovers. I think Ben had 4 picks, and then they had that snap that resulted in a touchdown. But I was really surprised at that game. Big Ben threw 68 pass attempts for 501 yards. You can't let your quarterback throw that many yards. Like, congrats to Big Ben, but that is way too many pass attempts for a game, especially a playoff game. I know they were down 28-0 in the first quarter, but you still gotta stick with that run game. You gotta count on your defense to make the same turnovers that the Browns defense did. But they got close. They almost came around, made the comeback, but as everyone knows, they didn't. And that was probably the biggest headline. I mean, there's a few coaching things, but I'm not going to go into all that. Maybe I will later. I don't know. So for our first game, we have the Rams at the Packers. So the Rams beat the Seahawks, and the Packers have the first round bye. So I don't know how the Packers are going to play in the playoffs yet. I think they'll be just fine. But the Rams played pretty good. So John Wolford got injured, so Jared Goff had to play. Otherwise, some random punter or receiver would be playing. I think they said they were going to use their punter at quarterback. But Jared Goff was able to play. And their defense played well. They had all around a good game. But I think the reason they won that game was because the Seahawks were just playing bad. I mean, they had a bad game. Too many penalties. Their offensive line couldn't help them out. So that's the main reason they won that game. I don't think they'll beat the Packers. As long as the Packers play like they did in the regular season, they're going to be real tough to beat. And I don't think the Rams are the team that's going to beat them. So I'm going to say final score 20-27. Green Bay wins and moves on. Now we have in the AFC. I have these in order by when they're being played, by the way. So we have the Ravens at the Bills. The Ravens snuck by the Titans, sorry. I think it was like 20-13. Close game. Lamar Jackson got his first playoff win. That was pretty cool. And he had a good game. He had a 48-yard touchdown, rushing touchdown, not throwing. And that was that. The Bills also had a close game. I can't remember the score, but they beat the Colts. I want to say 26-23, but I don't think that's right. The Bills played really good like they have been all season. This should be a really good game. It's playoff football, so all these games are close. But I'm really excited for this one. Should be really good. I'm saying final score 23-28, Buffalo wins. They're just such a good team this season. They could win the AFC. Or this team, the Kansas City Chiefs, might win the AFC. I don't know. But we have the Browns at the Chiefs. The Browns got an easy win, if I'm being honest. I mean, they scored 28 points in the first quarter because of mistakes. Ben had 2 interceptions in the first quarter, and then there was a missed snap that resulted in a touchdown. So that's 21 points that were really easy when the Steelers got none. And the Chiefs don't make that type of mistake and those types of mistakes that often. So I don't see the same results happening at all. I think the Chiefs will win. The Browns, they have some confidence going into this game, and it should be a close one, but I just do not see the Chiefs losing this game. I mean, like I said, the Browns won because of Pittsburgh mistakes. The Steelers almost came back and won the game, but it's impossible to come back from a 28-point deficit in the playoffs. So anyway, Chiefs win 17-27. Now for our last game, And my upset of the week, we have the Buccaneers at the Saints. So as you probably know from that introduction to this game, I think the Buccaneers will win. I think it'll be a really close game, but this is the third time these teams have played each other this season, and the Saints have won the last two. I just don't expect them to win 3 in a row against the Buccaneers. They might. This should be a really close game. I can see it going either way. The Saints are a really tough team. They could win the NFC, but so are the Buccaneers. They've gotten better and better every single week, it seems like. So we'll see how it goes out. I mean, the Saints, they can't say much. They beat the Bears. Like, okay, congratulations. You beat probably the worst team in the NFC that made the playoffs. So, you can't say that oh yeah, you gotta watch out. They destroyed the Bears. It's like, okay, whatever. Big deal. And yeah, the Buccaneers had a close game against Washington, one of the other worst teams in the NFC that made the playoffs. But, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I can see this one going either way, definitely. I'm saying final score 24-20. Tampa Bay wins and moves on to the NFC Championship round. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads. If you want to join our Discord server, I'll have that information in the description. If it doesn't work, comment. We'll try and help you out. And let me know what you think of my game picks, and I will see you next time on Good Gamers. Thanks for watching.